Have you ever wondered what truly goes on inside the mind of a narcissist after they've caused damage, whether it's betrayal, manipulation, or emotional harm? Do they feel regret, guilt, or remorse, or is there something far more complex at play? Today, we're unraveling the hidden truths about their feelings. After the damage has been done, the things they desperately try to keep buried and out of sight. By understanding these unspoken realities, you'll gain clarity, strength, and tools to protect yourself moving forward. This isn't just another expose on toxic behavior. It's a psychological exploration of the emotions that narcissists experience, but refuse to acknowledge. By the end of this video, you'll uncover the secrets behind their actions and learn how to reclaim your power. But first, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss content designed to empower you. Let's start by addressing a fundamental truth about narcissists. They are masters of deception, not just when it comes to others, but also in deceiving themselves. On the surface, they project confidence, superiority, and control. Beneath the mask, however, lies a tangled web of insecurity, fear, and suppressed emotions. When a narcissist inflicts damage, whether through betrayal, gaslighting, or outright cruelty, they rarely take responsibility for their actions. Instead, they deflect blame, rewrite history, or simply ignore the consequences of their behavior. But here's the twist. Even though narcissists outwardly deny accountability, their internal world is far more intricate than it appears. While they may not openly express remorse, they do experience emotions in response to the damage they've caused. Emotions they desperately try to suppress, rationalize, or redirect. These hidden feelings reveal cracks in their carefully constructed facade, offering insight into their true vulnerabilities. So, what exactly do narcissists secretly feel after causing harm? Let's begin with shame, a deeply uncomfortable emotion that arises when they perceive themselves as flawed or inadequate. Narcissists loathe anything that challenges their inflated self-image, so moments of exposure, when their harmful behavior comes to light, trigger intense feelings of shame. However, instead of confronting these emotions head-on, they bury them beneath layers of denial and deflection. Shame often morphs into anger, a defense mechanism used to mask vulnerability. When a narcissist feels humiliated or exposed, they lash out with hostility, criticism, or even aggression. This explosive reaction serves two purposes. It distracts attention away from their wrongdoing and reinforces their sense of power. To the outside observer, their anger seems disproportionate or unjustified, but beneath the surface, it's rooted in their inability to process shame constructively. Another secret emotion lurking beneath the surface is fear, specifically the fear of abandonment or rejection. Narcissists crave admiration and validation, relying on external sources to sustain their fragile egos. When they hurt someone close to them, they worry about losing that person's affection or loyalty. Rather than expressing genuine concern or apologizing, they employ manipulative tactics, like hoovering, attempting to pull you back into their orbit, or gaslighting, making you doubt your perceptions. These strategies allow them to maintain control while avoiding accountability. Interestingly, narcissists also grapple with envy, a corrosive emotion that stems from their insatiable need for superiority. After causing harm, they may secretly envy the qualities they admire in their victim. Qualities like resilience, compassion, or authenticity. This envy fuels resentment, causing them to double down on their manipulative behaviors. By undermining your confidence or sabotaging your success, they attempt to level the playing field and restore their sense of dominance. Paradoxically, narcissists can also experience fleeting moments of guilt, though they would never admit it. Guilt arises when their conscience briefly surfaces, reminding them of the harm they've caused. However, this emotion is quickly suppressed or rationalized away. For instance, they might convince themselves that you deserved the mistreatment or that your reaction was overly dramatic. By reframing the situation in their favor, they absolve themselves of responsibility and silence any lingering pangs of guilt. Psychologically speaking, these hidden emotions stem from several key traits associated with narcissistic personality disorder, NPD. At its core, NPD is characterized by an exaggerated sense of self-importance, a lack of empathy, and an overwhelming need for admiration. While not all narcissists meet the clinical criteria for NPD, many exhibit similar patterns that manifest in their relationships. One hallmark feature of narcissism is entitlement, the belief that they deserve special treatment or privileges simply because of who they are. In the context of relationships, this translates to viewing others as extensions of themselves rather than autonomous individuals. When they hurt someone, they struggle to reconcile their entitled mindset with the reality of their actions, leading to internal conflict. Another defining characteristic is grandiosity, an exaggerated sense of superiority that leads narcissists to view themselves as unique or exceptional. This mindset fosters a competitive streak, especially when it comes to relationships. A narcissist may see your confrontation or resistance as a challenge to their dominance, interpreting your actions through the lens of their own inflated ego. Even if they feign remorse or cooperation, their ultimate goal remains the same: maintaining control. Fear also plays a significant role in perpetuating this dynamic. Narcissists are notoriously afraid of abandonment, rejection, and failure, all things they equate with weakness. When you call them out for their harmful behavior, they perceive it as a threat to their security. Their subsequent reactions, whether gaslighting, projecting, or raging, are attempts to neutralize this perceived danger and restore equilibrium. For those caught in this cycle, the experience can feel suffocating. You might find yourself oscillating between moments of clarity where you recognize their manipulative tactics and periods of doubt where you question whether you're overreacting or misinterpreting their behavior. Gaslighting, a favorite tactic of narcissists, only exacerbates these doubts, leaving you second-guessing every interaction and decision. Over time, this erosion of trust takes a toll on your mental health, sapping your energy and undermining your sense of self-worth. You begin to lose sight of who you are outside the context of the relationship, basing your identity on how much you're able to give or how much you're willing to endure. This loss of autonomy leaves you vulnerable to further manipulation, creating a vicious cycle that's difficult to escape. Breaking free from this pattern requires clarity, courage, and commitment. The first step is recognizing the signs of a narcissistic relationship. Does your partner frequently criticize or belittle you? Do they dismiss your emotions, invalidate your experiences, or refuse to take responsibility for their actions? Are they inconsistent in their behavior, alternating between charm and coldness, depending on their mood or needs? These red flags should not be ignored. While occasional disagreements or misunderstandings are normal in any relationship, persistent patterns of manipulation and disrespect signal deeper issues. Trust your instincts. If something feels off, it probably is. Healthy relationships are built on mutual respect, transparency, and clear boundaries. Anything less is a recipe for dysfunction. Once you've identified the problem, the next step is setting boundaries. This can be challenging, especially if you're dealing with a master manipulator. Narcissists excel at pushing limits, testing how far they can go before encountering resistance. They may use charm, guilt, or outright hostility to bypass your defenses, making it crucial to stand firm in your convictions. Boundaries come in many forms. depending on your specific circumstances. For instance, you might decide to stop engaging in arguments fueled by gaslighting or projection, redirecting your focus toward activities and people that nurture your well-being. Alternatively, you could communicate your limits clearly, stating what behaviors are unacceptable and enforcing consequences when those boundaries are violated. Whatever approach you choose, consistency is key. Narcissists thrive on ambiguity. Denying them this luxury forces them to confront their behavior. In addition to setting boundaries, prioritize your own healing. Surround yourself with supportive friends and family members who validate your experiences and encourage your growth. Seek professional guidance if needed, whether through therapy, counseling, or support groups. Healing from narcissistic abuse is a journey, not a destination, and having a strong support network makes all the difference. As you navigate this process, remember that you deserve better. No one should have to endure the chaos and confusion wrought by a narcissist's games. Your value isn't contingent on their approval or affection. It's inherent, unshakable, and non-negotiable. Reclaiming your autonomy starts with acknowledging this truth and refusing to settle for anything less. Now let's delve deeper into the psychology behind why narcissists harbor these secret feelings. One theory suggests that their reactions stem from unresolved attachment issues, rooted in childhood. Many narcissists grow up in environments where love and affection were conditional, contingent upon meeting certain expectations or achieving specific milestones. As adults, they carry this conditioning into their relationships, seeking constant validation to fill the void left by early neglect or criticism. Attachment theory provides valuable insights into this dynamic. According to research, individuals with insecure attachment styles, whether anxious, avoidant, or disorganized, are more prone to dysfunctional relationship patterns. Narcissists often fall into the avoidant category, characterized by a fear of intimacy and a tendency to distance themselves emotionally. Yet, paradoxically, they crave closeness and reassurance, creating a push-pull dynamic that leaves their partners feeling confused and frustrated. When they cause damage, narcissists react defensively because their fragile egos cannot tolerate the idea of imperfection or inadequacy. Maintaining their facade becomes paramount, leading them to suppress emotions like shame, guilt, or fear. Each of these suppressed emotions manifests in destructive ways, fueling cycles of manipulation, deflection, and control. Another factor to consider is cognitive dissonance, the psychological discomfort that arises when holding conflicting beliefs or perceptions. In the case of narcissistic relationships, victims often struggle to reconcile their idealized image of the narcissist with the harsh reality of their behavior. This internal conflict leads to denial, rationalization, and relentless attempts to fix the situation, perpetuating the cycle of abuse. Finally, let's address the broader implications of exposing a narcissist's hidden emotions. Beyond the immediate emotional toll, this act has long-term effects on your mental health and overall well-being. Over time, you risk losing touch with your authentic self, basing your identity on how much you're able to give, or how much you're willing to endure. This erosion of self-esteem leaves you vulnerable to future manipulators, creating a pattern of toxic relationships that's difficult to break. For those trapped in this cycle, breaking free requires confronting uncomfortable truths, not just about the narcissist, but about yourself. Often victims of narcissistic abuse internalize feelings of unworthiness, believing that they somehow caused or deserved the mistreatment. Undoing this conditioning takes time and effort, but it's essential for reclaiming your sense of agency and self-respect. Healing begins with self-awareness. Reflect on your experiences objectively, identifying the moments when you felt most vulnerable or powerless. Acknowledge the ways in which the narcissist manipulated your emotions, distorted your perceptions, or undermined your confidence. Journaling, meditation, and creative expression can help you process these insights, providing a safe space to release pent-up emotions and gain clarity. Next, focus on rebuilding your identity outside the context of the relationship. Rediscover hobbies, passions, and goals that once brought you joy, nurturing your interests without seeking external validation. Cultivate resilience by embracing challenges as opportunities for growth, celebrating small victories along the way. Surround yourself with positivity, filling your life with people and activities that uplift and inspire you. Throughout this journey, practice self-compassion. Be gentle with yourself, recognizing that healing is nonlinear and messy. There will be setbacks and moments of doubt, but each step forward brings you closer to freedom. Remind yourself daily of your inherent worth, affirming your right to love, respect, and happiness. Now, I want to take a moment to acknowledge just how brave you are for watching this far. Whether you're currently navigating a challenging relationship or reflecting on past experiences, know that you're not alone. Thousands, if not millions of people worldwide grapple with similar struggles, searching for answers and solutions. If anything I've shared resonates with you, please consider subscribing to this channel. Together, we can create a supportive community dedicated to fostering understanding, empowerment, and healing. Also, don't hesitate to like, comment, and share this video with anyone who might benefit from hearing this message. Every action matters, and every voice counts. Thank you for joining me on this exploration of narcissism, hidden emotions, and resilience. Remember, you deserve love, respect, and genuine connection. Never settle for anything less. Until next time, take care of yourselves and each other.